Hello everyone, welcome back to Nomo Studio. So in this video, ay magsasagot naman po tayo ng 5 math random problems na magagamit po natin as a reviewer para sa upcoming na career service examination, pen and paper test. So without any further ado, simulan na po natin. Bago po natin simulan, disclaimer lang po, never memorize the given problem because we cannot predict the content of the actual examination, but only familiarize on how to solve, kung paano yung mga steps, procedures, and techniques kung paano natin sinagutan yung mga given problems. So let's start with number 1. When 2/3 is added to the product of 3 and 1/4 and 1/3, the result is it 1/2, 3/4, 1 and 3/4, or 2 and 3/4? You may pause the video if you'd like to answer. Sabi dito, when 2/3 is added, so i-add natin si 2/3 sa product ng dalawang fractions na ito. So we have 2/3 plus, pag sinabing product, multiplication, no? Multiplication. So the product of these two fractions. So that means 2/3 plus 3 and 1/4 times 1/3. So ang gagawin naman po, para ma-solve natin ito, i-simplify muna natin itong mixed fraction na ito. I-convert natin into its improper fraction na form. So how to convert? Ganito lang po. 4 times 3, that is 12. Plus 1, that is simply 13. Then just copy the denominator na si 4. So we have 13 over 4, then just copy 1/3. Again, paano po natin ito kinonvert into its improper fraction na form? 4 times 3, that is 12, plus 1, that is 13. Then just simply copy the denominator na si 4. So now we have 2/3 plus 13 over 4 times 1/3. Now, PEMDAS rule. Unahin muna natin ang multiplication bago si addition. So, 13 times 1, that is simply 13. 4 times 3, that is simply 12. So these are the products of these two fractions is 13 over 12. Now, i-add po natin ang dalawang fractions na ito. At ito po ay mga dissimilar, no? Ito po ay dissimilar fractions because they have different denominators. 3 ang denominator dito, 12 naman. So, ang gagawin po natin is to get the least common denominator or LCD. Ang LCD nila is 12. Again, meron na po tayong video on how to get the LCD. You can browse sa ating video list. Now, balik po tayo. Paano naman po i-operate? Ganito lang po yan. 12 divided by 3, and that is simply 4, times the numerator na si 2. So again, 12 divided by 3, that is 4, times 2, that is simply 8. Okay? So we have 8 here, then just copy the operator. Next, 12 divided by 12, that is simply 1, times 13, and that is simply 13. Now, simply add 8 and 13, and that is 21 over 12. Okay, 21 over 12. We can still simplify that. Paano i-simplify? Just divide both numerator and denominator by their GCF or greatest common factor. So, ang greatest common factor ni 21 and 12 is, yes, tama, 3. So, divided by 3 and divided by 3. Again, para ma-lowest term ang isang fraction, i-divide ang numerator and denominator by their GCF or greatest common factor. At meron na po tayong video on how to get the GCF. I-browse nyo na lang din po sa ating video list. Now, balik po tayo dito. 21 divided by 3, and that is simply 7. 12 divided by 3, that is simply 4. So, ang simplified form ng 21 over 12 is 7 over 4. Now, paano naman po natin malaman kung ano nga ba ang katumbas dito sa mga choices ni 7 over 4? Just simply divide 7 by 4. 7 divided by 4, and that is 1. 1 times 4, that is 4. So, 7 minus 4, that is 3. So, we have 1 and 3/4. Kasi ito po, 1, ayan, si 1. Itong remainder na 3, yan yung sa numerator. at itong 4, yung divisor natin, yan yung nasa denominator. So 1 and 3 over 4. 1 and 3/4. So the correct answer is letter C. Okay, so I hope na nakuha po natin yung sagot. And now let's proceed with number 2. If the average of 6 numbers is 9.5, what is the sum of the numbers? Is it 15.5, 1.58, 57, or 3.5? Ang binigay lang po sa atin is yung average of 6 numbers, which is 9.5. Now, recall muna tayo, kapag sinabi po nating average, it is the result obtained when we add 2 or more numbers at i-divide po natin sila kung ilan sila na numbers yung in-add natin. So I'm explaining in layman's term para mas maintindihan po talaga. So halimbawa po, we have A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. So kapag ito po yung mga numbers, i-add natin lahat at i-divide po natin kung ilan sila lahat, ang tawag dyan, average. Okay? So that means kinukuha natin yung average kapag i-add natin ang lahat ng numbers divided by kung ilan sila lahat. Now, ang binigay po sa atin is 9.5 daw yung average. So that means these numbers divided by 6, kasi 6 numbers, di ba? Ang result daw or yung average is 9.5. Pero ang tinatanong po sa atin, ang sum ng mga numbers na ito, ang total, 'di ba? Ang total kapag i-add po natin yung mga numbers, ang tawag is sum. Now, so let's assume that the sum of these 6 numbers is simply x. So yan si x, yan yung sum of the 6 numbers divided by 6 kasi nga 6 sila. So yung result is 9.5. So para makuha po natin ang value ni x, just multiply both sides by 6 para ma-eliminate po natin yung nasa denominator. Kasi ganito po yan. 6 times x, that is 6x, divided by 6 again, and that is simply x na lang. Dito naman sa kabila, 9.5 times 6. So let's try to multiply 5 times 6, that is 30. Carry 3, 9 times 6, that is 54, plus 3, and that is 57. So our x is simply 57. So that means the sum of these 6 numbers is 57. So 57 divided by 6, that is 9.5. So ang sum pala, ito yung hinahanap kasi, what is the sum of the numbers? So the correct answer is letter C. And now let's proceed with number 3. Evaluate the following expression. 5 plus 3 times the quantity 42 plus 7 minus 7 times the quantity 2 plus 32 times 8 times 0. So ano po kaya ang sagot natin dito? Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to answer. So ang gagawin po natin is PEMDAS rule, di ba? Ito yung gagamitin natin. PEMDAS rule. P parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Now, meron po ba tayong nakikitang parenthesis? Yes, meron. So that means, ganito po ang gagawin natin. Since meron po tayong mga parenthesis sa ating expression, unahin po natin sila. 42 plus 7 and 2 plus 32 times 8. So copy muna natin 5 plus 3 times 42 plus 7, that is simply 49. Copy minus 7. At dito sa parenthesis, sa loob ng parenthesis, merong dalawang operators, addition and multiplication. According to the rule, unahin muna si multiplication bago si addition. So 32 times 8, that is 256. So 2 plus 256. Simplify pa po natin ito. This is 258. Then just copy 0. Now, unahin muna natin si multiplication bago si addition and subtraction. So now we have 3 times 49 and that is simply 147. So copy si 5. Dito naman, 7 times 258, kahit gaano pa kalaki yan, i-multiply din pala kay 0, that is simply 0. So 5 plus 147, that is simply 152, and the correct answer is letter A. So I hope you've got the correct answer. And now we have number 4. 9 unique diagonals are drawn in a regular polygon. How many sides does it have? Is it 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 sides, or 8 sides? You may pause the video if you'd like to answer. Sabi po sa tanong, yung isang regular polygon meron siyang 9 unique diagonals. Pero hindi pa natin alam kung ilang sides mayroon yung isang regular polygon na mayroong 9 diagonals. So gamitin lang po natin ang formula n times the quantity n minus 3 divided by 2. Gamitin po natin ito to find the number of diagonals of a regular polygon, of any regular polygon. So parang magta-trial and error po tayo dito. Let's try to use first 5 sides. Anong tawag po sa isang polygon na mayroong 5 sides? Yes, pentagon. So i-try po natin i-substitute si 5 sa n. So 5 times 5 minus 3 divided by 2. PEMDAS rule, unahin muna yung nasa parenthesis. 5 minus 3, that is 2. So 5 times 2 divided by 2. 5 times 2, that is 10 divided by 2, that is 5. So yung pentagon pala, which is 5-sided polygon, no? A 5-sided polygon, meron siyang 5 diagonals. So hindi to yung sagot. Kasi ang hinahanap natin, kinakailangan 9 yung diagonals. Sabi dito, yung 5-sided na polygon, meron lamang siyang 5 diagonals. So let's try to use 6 sides, no? Substitute po natin si 6 sa n. 6 times 6 minus 3 divided by 2. 6 minus 3, that is 3. So 6 times 3, that is 18. Divided by 2, that is simply 9. So that means 6 sides pala yung sagot kasi meron siyang 9 diagonals. Again, ano ang tawag sa isang polygon na may 6 na sides? Yes, hexagon. So yung hexagon pala, which is a 6-sided polygon, meron siyang 9 diagonals. So the correct answer is letter B. And now we have our last item for this video. Mara spends 15% of her monthly income for house rental, 10% for electric bill, and 25% for food and other miscellaneous expenses. After paying all these expenses, she still has 6,000 pesos left. How much does she earn every month? Is it 8,000 pesos, 9,000 pesos, 12,000 pesos, or 15,000 pesos? Feel free to pause the video. So ang gagawin muna natin is i-breakdown muna natin yung mga given. Sabi dito 15% yung ginagasta ni Mara for house rental, 10% for electric bill, and 25% for food and other miscellaneous expenses. So yung total expenses pala ni Mara every month is 50%. Pero after paying all that expenses, meron pa rin siyang natitirang 6,000 pesos. Ang tanong, ilan daw yung kinikita ni Mara every month? So meron pong technique dito para madali po nating masagutan. And now let's recall first the triangle of PRB, or P stands for percentage, R for rate, and B for base. Now, para mas maintindihan po natin, let's put it in a concrete example. Let's say meron tayong isang kabuuang papel or one whole sheet of paper. Alam natin na this is just a 1/4. 1/4 sheet of paper, right? Or 25% of the totality of this one whole. So meron tayong one whole or 100%. So itong portion, ito ay 25% lamang. So ibig sabihin, balik tayo dito sa idea, itong totality, itong one whole, it represents the base. Yan yung totality. Kapag portion lang ito, portion lang siya ng one whole, ang tawag dyan, percentage. This is just a portion of base. ito ay portion lamang, parte ng kabuuan. Yung rate, ito yung 25%. Tandaan ha, kapag rate, may percent na sign. 25%, ito yung rate. Balik tayo sa ating problem. Okay? So, paano ba kapag missing yung percentage, by the way? Kapag hinahanap natin or unknown si P, i-multiply lang pala si rate and base. So, P equal to rate times base. Kapag missing naman si rate, ayan, missing or unknown, ito yung hinahanap kunyari natin. I-divide lang si P and B. So, R, which is equal to percentage divided by base. At kapag base naman ang hinahanap, i-divide ang percentage and rate. So, B, which is equal to percentage divided by rate. Now, balik tayo sa ating problem. Meron tayong given na total expenses which is 50%. So again, pag may percent na sign, ibig sabihin yan, rate. So ibig sabihin, given yung rate. So X na kaagad to. Hindi ito ang formula na gagamitin natin. At ang remaining income pala ni Mara, after na makapagbayad na siya sa lahat ng mga expenses niya, meron pa rin siyang 6,000. So ang tinatanong sa atin kanina, ilan yung kabuuang kita ni Mara every month? Kahit na nakapagbayad na siya ng 50% of the total expenses, meron pa rin siyang 6,000 na natitira. So ibig sabihin, itong 6,000, ito yung portion or ito yung part lamang ng income ni Mara. So yan yung percentage. Ang hinahanap pala natin is yung base or yung totality, yung whole, yung kabuuang income. So that means, ang gagamitin natin, kasi hinahanap natin si base or B, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin. B equal to P over R. So ano yung P natin? Percentage. Yan yung portion or yung part ng income ni Mara, which is 6,000, divided by rate, which is 50%. Para masagutan po natin ito, i-convert muna natin ito into its decimal form or fractional form. Alam natin kapag sinabing 50%, that simply means 50 percentum or 50 per 100. Okay, so i-convert natin si 50%, that is 50 over 100 kasi nga 50%. 50 percentum or 50 per 100. So kapag i-simplify natin ang 50 over 100, that is 1/2. Now, whole number divided by a fraction, ang gagawin lang po yan is copy muna natin yung whole number, yung nasa numerator, kasi nga whole number, again, nasa numerator divided by a fraction. Whole number divided by a fraction, 6,000 times na ha, instead of division, the reciprocal of this. Kapag sinabing reciprocal, kabaliktaran ng 1/2. That is 2 over 1. So that is simply 2. Kasi 2 over 1, that is simply 2. 6,000 times 2, that is equal to 12,000. So this is the correct answer. So, ang ibig sabihin pala nito, ang total income ni Mara every month is 12,000, which is letter C. Okay, so I hope you've got the correct answer at sana malaki po ang naitulong ng video na ito sa inyong pagre-review para sa upcoming na examination. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.